Alright, I'm back out at the cow field, and here's the first target I've got, and it's interesting. Sorry. You see these? It's like, it reminds me a little bit of a watch band, but there's all sorts of pieces, and this was the first little doodad that I pulled out. And there's a pin, and then another link. And it's ornate, it's got stuff on it, but man, it just keeps falling apart. Be interesting to know what that was, but I'm not sure that I've got it all. I don't know, it's kind of beeping everywhere. I'm not sure if that's not just falsing, but... Alright, I'm going to keep fishing around. I want to make sure I get it all. If I find any more, I'll show you. Be nice to figure out what that was. Cool find. Old pocket knife. You hit that one way and all you get is iron. But if you hit it from another direction, it gives you a little high tone. Probably why we missed that one. Boy, that rang up good. It's always interesting to me why lead is just laying around where it's laying around. But I don't guess we'll ever know the answer to that one. But that is a big old cool looking chunk, actually. I like it. Well, here's a mystery item for you. Anybody know what that is? Handle's broke. And I mean, I guess it looked a little bit like a bell, but not at all. Made out of, I don't know, something that corrodes easily. I don't know. If you know what that is, let me know. This is kind of cool looking. And, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the back of a Three Merry Widows tin, but it's the wrong material. So we're going to call that one a makeup compact and go on. I like it though. First wheat penny of the day. Looks like a 1957 S to me. Alright, just got this little snuff can, I believe, but it's got some writing on the lid, so we're gonna take that home and see if we can clean it up. No coins, just some water inside. Alright, y'all ready for a creature feature? I have never seen a critter that looks like this, and I'm not about to touch it with my hands, so we're going after it with a net. It's a big old bug. Hopefully it don't spook. Look at the size of that thing. It's over 2 inches long. What the heck? Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can get it. Well, it's not a fast moving critter. Ugh. Don't like bugs. Oh, there he goes. Look at that. What is... Ooh, he's got big spikes on his arms. That is weird. Ooh. Alright. Well, somebody has to tell me what that is. I don't have a clue. But it's a big one. Well, I just talked to one of the guys on the farm and they said they've been seeing them. But they hadn't seen them before either. So, let's see if it swims. Yeah, look at that thing go. Buddy, as long as you don't crawl up my waders, we'll be okay with one another. Alright, day 2. And he's eating a fish. That's one bad bug. You better run, sucker. Alright, this has got to be the coolest surface fight I've ever seen. Check that out. All them little gears that we dig up and the plates. Now we kind of see how they go together. And right here it says Chauncey Jerome, New Haven, Connecticut, USA. So there's a chance we might get to see what sort of a clock that went to. How cool is that? Been digging up pieces of those for years. That's just going to display so cool. I can't believe that's just laying here. Somebody had to dug that up, you know? But why would you leave that? I don't know, but I'm glad they did. Wow. Well, what a great story this turned out to be. In order to tell you about Chauncey Jerome, we've got to start with this stoic individual. His name is Eli Terry. And he was born just prior to the American Revolution, and he was a clockmaker. Now, in those days, clockmaking was a time-consuming task. All of the gears, for the most part, were made out of wood and had to be hand-carved, and a clockmaker could produce about 6 to 10 clocks a year. Mr. Terry decided to speed things up and try to mass-produce clocks that the common man could afford, and he harnessed water to do it. He made machines that began working on cutting out the clock internals and all the gears, and it cut time down considerably. He actually managed to begin mass-producing clocks for the first time, and he made about 4,000 of this type of shelf clock a year. Mr. Terry's original shelf clocks sold from about $10 to $14 a piece, and they flew off the shelves. A visitor from London said you could find a Connecticut shelf clock in every cabin in America. But he wanted to make something a little prettier than his original box clock, so he came up with this idea, the pillar and scroll clock. At the time, he had a young assistant working for him by the name of Chauncey Jerome, and Chauncey assembled the first pillar and scroll clock under Mr. Terry's tutelage. Now, this idea of low-cost manufacturing of clocks really stuck in his mind, and it wasn't long before he was in business on his own. One night in a dream, he dreamed of a way to machine stamp brass works for a clock. Now, typically this would be very expensive, but since they were machine stamped, he thought he could make the clocks even cheaper. And he soon produced a clock called the OG clock. And he got the price on this clock all the way down to about $1 a piece. Now, this is the clock, more than likely, that I found. And it comes from anywhere in the 1830s to the 1850s. He even tried to sell them overseas, but the English were so used to the wooden works American clocks that warped and didn't keep time that they didn't want to buy them. It took an Englishman buying one and testing it and pronouncing it good before they began to sell overseas. So the next time you dig up clockworks, I want you to think of Chauncey Jerome and Eli Terry, two entrepreneurs who changed America. Oh, so close it hurts. 67. I'll take it on a day like this though, because I ain't been finding nothing. I just found the smallest bottle I've ever found. Look at that little tiny thing. I guess some sort of perfume. I don't think there's anything on the lid. I'll take it. I like it. Also a chunk of horseshoe laying over there. I suspect that's something I did in the past though. Alright, gonna keep looking. Alright guys, speaking of bottles, let me show you a little bit of my bottle displays here. This isn't all that I found, but I love these pieces right here, these milk bottles. Edwood Farm, Andrews, North Carolina. Married into that family. And some of them I found, some I've been given. But how would you like some? Let's do a giveaway. Hope you're still watching. We got this one, and this one that we're going to give away. I found an awesome bottle digging channel, and I got to share it with you. Mississippi Bottle Digs. Man, he gets out there in the old dumps and goes after the bottles and the relics, and he finds all sorts of cool stuff. In the video I'm going to send you to, I could not believe the amount of metal relics he just scratched out of the ground in this one spot. Some cool stuff and some awesome old bottles. And I don't know, I just love watching his channel, and I think you'll enjoy it too. So we're going to do a giveaway in support of his channel, and here's what we got. We've got a Moon's Emerald Oil, and it says Rochester, New York. Pick these out for you from a little thrift store. I like the colors on them. A Milk of Magnesia. Nice cobalt color. And then an old soda bottle here. We got a Chiro Cola, 6.5 fluid ounce. And this bottle never sold. Apparently it did sell. Spartanburg, South Carolina. And there's no cracks that I can see. This one's got some bubbles in it. But anyway, got some real pretty colors to them. So if you want these bottles, I want you to go to the channel that I'm about to show you and watch the specific video that I'm about to show you. And all you got to do to enter is put History Hound somewhere in the comment. You'll be entered, and we will end this thing on the 16th at midnight, and I'll do a drawing within a day or two after that. How's that sound? All right, go get entered. Now you tell me, what does that look like? Well, if you thought silver coin, you are wrong. So did I, and that was just how I found that thing. And I've been getting fooled bad here lately. Ow! Just like a quarter. All right, I'll keep trying.